Hey guys, good morning. This is Simon with Trade and Perform Coaching. This is how you get a hold of me if you are interested in visiting the room. It's tradeandperform@gmail.com. And the cost of the room is $300 a month. That's the end of my shameless marketing. Now let's talk about how to make money. So we're going to be looking at two charts today on ES. We're looking at the 6 tick and the 4 tick. So yesterday was pretty slow and grinding, so it's a great way to compare and contrast the two charts. So here's yesterday, and you can just see we were just in a grind all day long. Last day of the month, it just didn't move anywhere. So what we're looking for specifically, we're going to look at two trades. We either want the last bar to be, I'm only going for the absolute highest uh, quality of trade. Okay, so I either want the last bar to be purple like this, okay, and then triangle up, and then or an orange dot followed by triangle up, and the last piece of this is I want it to hit on the fourth channel. So we refer to these are um, Keltner channels. Excuse me, sorry, it's a little bit early in the morning. These are Keltner channels, and I refer to them as the fourth channel. So the idea is this is pure scalping. We're not trying to figure out where it's going from point A to point B. We're just trying to take the chart from one point to another. So what I'm doing, so first of all, there's a couple of rules. Trading in the first half hour is fine. It's higher risk. There's more odds, of higher odds of a stop. There was only one trade that set up here, and that was right here. Orange dot, and that lifted. Your entry on this trade would have been the triangle up. Okay. It went 45, 30, 25, and the best you could have done on that would have been 45, 39, which is great because your stop goes right here, right? So it was a 30 to 25 is basically a 5 point stop, and you were able to get 9 points out of it, right? So the next trade that would have fired would have been this orange dot triangle up, and that would have been a stop. I don't think anyone would have taken it, and the reason for it is we identified that it was super choppy. I'm going to show you on the 4 tick in just a second. However, for the sake of our conversation, let's just say you lost 5 points over here, and the rest of these, and this just got into super chop in here. There's just no grind one way or another. So I'm not even going to cover. I'm not going to cover that because I want to jump over the 4 tick to show how we solve this problem, right? And then lastly, so this is for mostly for guys in the room, guys. If you see the last bar is an orange dot down, and then you get orange dot up, I don't cover that trade because it doesn't show up very often. But it is a fantastic entry. You get one here, you get one here. These are again both scalps because of the range. You'll see when we jump over to the 4 tick in just a second. And then for those who want or are looking for um, I guess the last piece that I would point out would be the apex traps, right? So if you look here, I'm just going to go off target for a second. So you get purple bar, pink bar up, and really the best entry on that would have been that apex trap with the orange dot plus sign was just fantastic. So let me slow it down for members in the room. This was good. The apex trap on that was better. The fact that it had an orange dot and a plus sign, even better. And that was really your best trade of the morning. And maybe, well, outside of this, I was going to say maybe the day, but that came over New York lunch. So I would not have taken that. So for the AM session. Now, see how jumbled up and crunchy that whole trade is? Now watch. We're going to jump over to the 4 tick chart. And now watch how everything opens up, both in terms of range and opportunity versus risk, right? So first of all, the risk changes a little bit on this chart. When you go right back to 830, so the stops are smaller, right? It's still the same principle. You get this was 830. No one's going to trade that. We'll use this as the example, first example, right? Double orange dot, triangle up. When you get the triangle up and you get the orange dot all on one bar, it's really a one bar stop. You want perfection on that, by the way. So that ends up being a 45, 30 and a quarter to 45, 27, 75, basically 2.5 points. Your entry is 45, 30, and your exit is 45, 35. Now, here's the deal. Yesterday was slow and grindy. this 4-tick chart gets pretty hard to trade when the market gets super fast, right? So the range was an issue yesterday in ES, is all I'll say. So then, in addition, right, just follow the bouncing ball. That's high odds. If that gets stopped out and apex trapped with that triangle in, that's your entry there on that apex trap. So let's erase the lines. All right, again, notice we're repeating the same pattern over and over. This one's a 2-bar stop. So it's 45.28 to 45.25, 3.25, and your actually the maximum you could have gotten would have been 45.39 for 10 points against 3.25 points of risk. Right? These didn't. This well, that's not true. This did touch the fourth channel, so this was a valid entry. Your entry would have been here at 45.33. Your stop would have been 45.29.75. And again, your maximum excursion would have been 45.39.75. For members in the room, we're trying to line these up with fair and unfair pricing as well in grab location, right? Here's where you would have seen it get pretty choppy even within this context. So realistically, you could say this was profitable, right? It lifted, but you would have been stopped on this. This is about 6 points worth of stops on this chart. This one got you to scale before you got stopped. It just got super choppy. I was actually short in here. I don't think anyone was looking to get long right in here. It was just such a grind, right? What you're looking for is that break. And on this big breakdown, so again, you're going to notice this didn't come at an ideal location, but that triangle, that yellow dot, orange dot down, followed by orange dot up. Okay. And for those who I've been coaching, again, if you lose, I'll cover that's more advanced trade. I'll cover that in the market preview. So there's the example of that chart. Here's orange dot, triangle up. Again, your stop on this bar becomes 1 bar right there. It's on that pink bar. Of course, that goes to profitability. And then if you were crazy enough to trade in the last minute, you got to trade right at the last second. But you can see when it's slow, the four tick extended much more. Now I want to show you the difference. Thursday, right? Here's that same concept and idea. Here's that same concept and idea on Thursday, and you will see that it was just a bit faster. So here would be your first trade at 8:42 Central Time. One. This actually wasn't a setup, unfortunately. Oh, I take it back. Apex trap right there with the triangle up. Obviously, that was a very nice trade. Again, purple bar, triangle up, orange dot. That's your entry. Again, you can see that it's moving much faster, right? Even here, you end up with a scale because the RR, this is off a 4-tick, is so small. This ends up being an apex trap. I'm going to count that as a stop because most people in the room would have tried to push this trade out. This gets you scaled. Again, the stop is mega small on that 4-tick. And then you get the apex trap here, which obviously got you scale plus some nice P&L. Your entry here was roughly 30 to 33, but your entire risk is less than 2 points on that trade. So you got the 1-to-1 RR. Now you see it fall off here. So this is important, right? And it's an area where I really get frustrated. See when it starts just dropping straight down like this? Don't do anything till you get your triangle up, right? So that makes it great if you're getting stop as you're trying to figure out where the low is. You'll still get stopped sometimes on your triangle up, but it should drop pretty dramatically. That triangle up should give you the lift that you are looking for. This doesn't qualify because it doesn't hit the 4th channel. This is fine. It gave you a nice push up. So the 4-tick's working again. Again, that's the end of the day. I'm going to compare and contrast that to the 6. Okay, so go back to the same time frame. Here's 8:30. Let me get rid of the lines on the other chart. And what I'm trying to show is the repetitiveness of the trade setup. So if you come in here, you're looking for orange dot, triangle up. This is trade 1 at 8:49. That's where it pushed you. Again, this would have been considered a stop right there at 951. You can see it got extremely choppy. You can see you really need big fat ranges on ES to make that work, or you want to be on the smaller tick chart. And that becomes part of the art of switching off. And the way you know is if you start picking up too many stops on the 4, go see if the 6 is working and extending. So that would be one entry. This would be another entry. That'd be stop, stop. That's 5-10 points. And this is your trigger in. Again, the 4 tick's just working much better. You'll see when we finally get the reversal off. This is missing the triangle. Again, this orange dot down, orange dot up here is really powerful. And I am hunting it. The triangle was missing because the way it was formed. But if you see orange dot, neutral bar, orange dot, guys, that is a long, generally speaking, and at least for a scalp, right? Again, and then the trade at the close, right? So the range is just a little bit compressed right now, and it's when we go all one way, but it's a little bit grindy right now. So, oh, and then let me show you. Sorry, that was yesterday. Let me go back to Wednesday really quick. Apologies. Here's Wednesday. You just see we opened in a total grind. We couldn't get to the 4th channel. Here's your first trade. Obviously, it was beautiful and gave you a lift all the way up. I goofed that trade, by the way. But when you get it way outside the channel, that purple bar, orange dot, plus sign up, really, really, really super powerful there. That had everything we were looking for. So that is the ES trade review. I'll do NQ later this morning. Just wanted to get that out there so you know what we're looking at. I am trying to bring ES up back up to date. We've been trading a lot of NQ, so some ES wouldn't be bad. I'll be trading it off the 4 tick today, guys. So anyways, my name is Simon. Again, if you need to get a hold of me, this is how you do it. TRADEnPerform@gmail.com. Have a great day, guys.